Eldenvale was a sight to behold. Rolling hills, painted with vibrant greens and golds, stretched as far as the eye could see. Sparkling rivers snaked through the landscape. They nourished the land and led to the bustling heart of Eldenvale, its marketplace. Here, amidst the joyous cacophony of merchants and townsfolk, stood Elias's mansion, a beacon of warmth and prosperity. The mansion was a testament to Elias's success as a merchant. Towers touched the sky, balconies overflowed with colorful flowers. Inside, laughter echoed through grand halls adorned with tapestries and gleaming marble.
Eldenvale is not just my home, it's a place where everyone can find joy and comfort.
Elias was known throughout Eldenvale, not just for his wealth, but for his generosity. His doors were always open. He welcomed weary travelers and celebrated artists with equal warmth. Elias believed that true wealth lay not just in gold, but in the joy of shared stories and the comfort of good company. His home was a testament to this belief, a place where laughter and music filled the air, and where kindness flowed as freely as the fine wine he so generously shared. News of Elias's hospitality had reached the ears of a young artist named Rowan. Rowan arrived at the mansion, his prized paintings carefully wrapped and strapped to his back. He had traveled for days, his heart filled with a mix of hope and trepidation.
Welcome, young artist. Come in, you must be weary from your journey.
Elias greeted Rowan personally, his eyes crinkling at the corners with genuine warmth. He ushered the young artist into his home. Rowan marveled at the mansion's grandeur. He had never seen such opulence. Yet it was the warmth of Elias's welcome that truly touched him. Elias treated him not as a stranger, but as an honored guest.
Thank you, sir. Your kindness means more to me than you could know.
Rowan was humbled. He carefully unwrapped his paintings, his fingers trembling slightly with a mixture of excitement and fear. These paintings were his heart and soul. He hoped that Elias would see the passion he poured into every brushstroke. As Rowan settled into his guest chambers, a new figure arrived at the mansion's doorstep. Cedric, a soldier with a swagger in his step and a glint in his eye, announced his arrival with a booming voice. He carried himself with an air of entitlement that contrasted sharply with Rowan's quiet humility.
Greetings, I am Cedric, a soldier of the King's army. I seek refuge for the night.
Welcome, Cedric. My home is open to you. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Elias, ever the gracious host, welcomed Cedric with open arms. He offered the soldier the same warmth he extended to all his guests. Yet as Cedric's gaze swept across the mansion's riches, a flicker of something cold and calculating flashed in his eyes. It was a look that went unnoticed by Elias, but did not escape Rowan's keen observation.
There's something off about this soldier. I must be cautious.
That night, as Rowan struggled to capture the mansion's beauty on canvas, he couldn't shake off the uneasy feeling that Cedric's arrival had stirred within him. The soldier's boisterous laughter, echoing from the grand hall, seemed to clash with the mansion's usual air of warmth and camaraderie. The mansion slept under a blanket of stillness. Moonlight painted silver streaks across the polished floors. Cedric, cloaked in shadows, moved silently through the halls. His footsteps were muffled by thick carpets. He clutched a small pouch, its contents clinking softly. He reached Elias's private study. A flicker of candlelight escaped from under the door. Cedric's hand trembled as he pulled a set of lockpicks from his pocket.
He had watched Elias earlier, memorizing the way he opened the intricate lock.
The lock clicked. Cedric slipped inside, his eyes adjusting to the dimness. He found Elias's strongbox hidden behind a tapestry. A cruel smile spread across his face as he scooped handfuls of gold coins into his pouch. One coin, heavier than the rest, slipped from his grasp and rolled across the floor with a soft clink. The next morning, chaos erupted. Elias discovered the theft. His usually jovial face was a mask of shock and anger. His voice, usually filled with warmth, now boomed with an unfamiliar sternness. He gathered everyone in the grand hall.
He pointed a finger at Rowan. He wove a convincing tale. He spoke of Rowan's awe at the mansion's wealth and his quiet, unassuming nature. He painted a picture of the artist, driven to desperation by his own poverty.
Rowan, his face pale with shock and disbelief, could only stammer denials. Despair tightened its grip around Rowan's heart. He was innocent, yet he found himself trapped in a web of lies, unable to defend himself against Cedric's cunning accusations. The warmth of Elias's hospitality seemed to vanish like smoke in the wind, replaced by a chilling suspicion.
How could this happen in my own home?
No, I didn't. I would never.
The tension in the room was palpable, leaving everyone questioning the truth and the trust they once held dear.